Right, 16 July 2024, and today I'm going to be giving you our evening update. And as you know, we need to be ready. There's a lot that is happening in our country, and we should not allow ourselves to go to bed without clarity. So everyone who is in the groups, every day when we go to bed, we must have clarity. I know that there's a lot that is said every day. When we spend the day, people talk a lot, and it's allowed for people to talk, but we should not go to bed without clarity. So the purpose of this evening update is for me to give you clarity. We need to fix our country. Mnangagwa is destroying our country. Mnangagwa ari kuuraya vanhu nenzara. So that is clear, and every young person in Zimbabwe must know that the person that is causing our suffering is Mnangagwa. So there's no one else. If you see someone talking about someone else, they don't understand the problem. The problem in our country is Mnangagwa and his failed policies. And we must make sure that we address Mnangagwa's failed policies. And Mnangagwa has already said he's going to step down. We must not allow him to reverse that position. So Mnangagwa must stay where he said he's going to step down. He must step down, and we must put pressure on Mnangagwa so that by the time his term comes to an end, we have forgotten about him, about Mnangagwa. So good evening to all of you. I want to take you through what has happened today. And I'm very disappointed with ZANU PF for lying. So I know that ZANU PF lies a lot, but what they did today was uncalled for. This weekend, ZANU PF has issued a statement, and they've said that President Hakainde Hichilema in Zambia was involved in my arrest in Zambia, which is totally false. President Hakainde Hichilema is a very principled person. He's one of the best presidents in Southern Africa. And there's no way that President Hakainde Hichilema will be involved in my arrest. I can assure you that the people who caused my arrest are ZANU PF agents, CIO, Mazikomangu, Masutu, Zakapera. Those are the ones who caused my arrest in Zambia. I did have accreditation to go into Mulungushi, and there was no reason for me to get arrested. So ZANU PF didn't want me in the venue at Mulungushi, and they used some characters within the security services of Zambia to cause my arrest. But President Hakainde Hichilema had nothing to do with it. And the ruling party of Zambia, they do not cause the arrest of people. So whatever ZANU PF is saying about my arrest, it's not true, it's false. And they are going to be having to answer to the Zambians, because you cannot lie about the Zambian ruling party. The Zambian ruling party is currently making changes to the law, the media laws, to allow people to have freedom, the gathering freedom of speech. So Zambia is an amazing country. It's doing very, very well. The only country which is not doing well is Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is a pathetic country. Right now, if you look at what they've done this afternoon, they've been inspecting all the facilities which are supposed to be used for SADC. And they were so embarrassed when they went to the Museum of African Liberation. There is absolutely no work that is taking place. They have not even marked the stands or the place where people are supposed to build whatever they're supposed to build. It's an embarrassment. And tomorrow I'll try to show you the pictures of what it looks like. Mnangagwa's government is struggling to do anything. They're struggling to achieve anything. And we do not want Mnangagwa to continue because he's destroying our country. Mnangagwa ari kuuraya nenzara in our country. People are struggling. Over 90% of the people in Zimbabwe are going to bed without eating. They're going to bed hungry in the rural areas. Almost 99% of the youths in Zimbabwe are unemployed. If you walk in the streets of Harare, you cannot find a place to step because people are trying to sell tomatoes, onions. You are back to a period where goats and chickens are being sold in the city center of Harare. And this is all because of Mnangagwa's failed policies. Mnangagwa ari kuuraya vanhu nenzara. So I want to take you through what we are going to be doing. And this is going to be very, very quick. We're going to a very critical period, which is the SADC summit. And we are waiting tomorrow for SADC, the inspection technical team of SADC to arrive in Zimbabwe. So the next 3 days are critical because it's possible that the summit is not going to be held in Zimbabwe because the Zimbabwe government is not ready. So let's wait. These 3 days are critical. Let's watch what SADC does. We have been asking SADC for a very, very long time not to have this summit in Zimbabwe. And Mnangagwa has failed by himself. So let's see what happens. My thinking is that this summit is going to become a virtual summit, or it's going to be held in South Africa or Botswana, one of those 2 countries, or even Namibia. So let's see what happens. Maybe they can even have it in Angola, because Zimbabwe has failed. I want to explain to you the terrible situation with the bridges. Mnangagwa has failed to fix the bridges since 1970, when the first interchange was built in Harare. There has not been a new interchange built in Harare. And the Mbuzi interchange, which was supposed to be finished on 31 March, is now estimated to be complete at the end of 2024. All Mnangagwa's projects are finishing late, and they're all finishing above budget. They're stealing all the money that is supposed to be used for the budget. Currently, the project at Mbuzi has stopped because the money to pay owners of properties around the interchange has been stolen, and that money cannot be found. Wikinochiva is still working freely, and they have bought numerous cars that have not been delivered. If you go online now, you see Kuti Charlton when they was looking for those cars today. You couldn't find any of the cars, couldn't find any of the garages. The corruption under Mnangagwa is so bad that our country is on its knees. That is the problem. Mnangagwa is very, very corrupt, and his government is worse. That is the worst government in Southern Africa right now. So I want us to quickly wrap up, and I want us to align. So we need to align. We can't fight each other. So I see my brothers trying to capitalize on the name Gambakwe. So mukaenda pazvima channel YouTube, munoona munhu ane views 10, 20 kana kuti 30. And then akanyora kuti Gambakwe, then they get 2,000, 3,000, 10,000 views. So I understand why people have to do that. They're hungry. But they must know that the person who's making them hungry is Mnangagwa. So attacking Gambakwe is not going to help. It's going to make your situation worse. We have a leadership vacuum in our country. A leadership vacuum in the ruling party, which is caused by Mnangagwa and his draconian policies. But we also have a leadership vacuum in the opposition, which is divided. So let's not cause the division. Let's work together. And let's think about what is going wrong. And I think we can summarize what is going wrong as the failure to put pressure on Mnangagwa. Mnangagwa is failing by himself. But we just need to give him that final push so that he can go down the cliff. That is what we need to Mnangagwa, to do to Mnangagwa, so that he can drop down into the abyss where he belongs. Because at the moment, we are very, very close to a change. But we don't want the wrong change. We want the correct change to happen in our country. What we want is strong systems. We need a united opposition, which is going to take us into a future that is amazing, that is beautiful. And I always say to you, the problem in Zimbabwe is not ZANU PF. ZANU PF is just a party. If you go to South Africa, there's NC, there's EFF, there's DA. ZANU PF is just a party. The problem in Zimbabwe is Mnangagwa. So everyone in ZANU PF, most of the people are just like us, they're ordinary people. We need to remove the Mnangagwa dynasty. That is the problem right now. And it can only be removed if people are united and if people know what's wrong. So, Mkoma Nano K is saying Mnangagwa is a spawn from hell. Mnangagwa aruguraya vanhu nenzara. So every time you call me, first thing you say is Mnangagwa aruguraya vanhu nenzara. That's what we want to know. We want that to be a national slogan. Mnangagwa has destroyed our country. Mnangagwa aruguraya vanhu nenzara. We need to do something, guys. We need to fix our country. And let's not get distracted. We have started very, very well. And we've gone through the whole year pushing. I have been live here every day since December, every single day, sometimes 2 times, sometimes 3 times. And the reason why is I want us to understand what the problem is. And everyone in the rural areas understands what we're talking about here. When I finish every video that I do, we send it to the rural areas. So people now know in the next election, ZANU PF is going to lose this money. But we need a structure. So we need to form a structure. We need to form a political structure that is going to go up against Mnangagwa. And we are obviously awaiting from Chamisa to make an announcement but it's been very, very long. Chamisa had said he was going to announce. So I'll be talking to the guys to find out what is happening with Chamisa's announcement. You can see that there's a massive vacuum in the environment, and people are just coming up and they don't have a plan. We need a plan to have a new government very, very soon. And what I would prefer, and I've said to you in the past, is a transitional system. A transitional system where we get people in ZANU PF that are organized, people that are able to do stuff, people in Blue Movement, people in CC who can come together, create a transitional system which can run for about 5 to 10 years, and then we have free elections. There is no point to have an election now when we don't have strong systems. Our country is in the hands of a mafia or a group of a cabal, or what we can call a dynasty. These guys, they only care about one thing. And to make matters worse, the Masvingo guys, they're a problem because ukaenda kwa Masvingo kwacho hakuna chin. So as you drive from Masvingo to Bechnaf Bridge, your car is going to be lucky if it doesn't break the suspension. They don't fix Masvingo kwacho. They don't fix. Ukasvika pachikuku uchienda kukwana negovano, there's nothing. Ukaenda kugutu, there's nothing. It's terrible what is happening under Mnangagwa. And Mnangagwa is, I don't know where he takes his money. The money that they're stealing, where are they putting it? Because nothing is happening in their villages. So we need to close the leadership vacuum, and the leadership must come from everywhere. I hear people saying, well, journalists cannot be leaders, or the churches cannot be leaders, or whoever cannot be leaders. Let us normalize having leadership among us so that all our people can be leaders, so that we all understand the problem that we have currently is Mnangagwa's leadership, and that must end. And what they've been doing right now is to divide our people with lies. And let's not allow them to divide our people with lies. We've got a very rich country, but it's been totally mismanaged by Mnangagwa. I now want to go to some comments, and then I'll go to sleep because I'll be back here in the morning. So I want to start with right at the bottom. Mukoma Aulad Chidodo. You're saying Gambakwe is a CIO. Inyayema CIO. Atana basanai. Kana zuri zosa makaronga ku counterintelligence kuti muti CIO. Aziskushanda. Hakuna CIO akadai. Like Gambakwe. If I was a CIO, I would be Isaac Moyes Chikwira, my Director General. I'm not that kind of CIO. Anofamba nechisutu chakapera kana nechitracksuit. Then Mkoma Aulad Chidodo, we are very busy today. Let's look at other people. If the ZANU PF destroyed our motherland, yes, Mnangagwa arukura vanhu nenzara. And let's look at Mkoma Rodney. Gambakwe Media is now the torchbearer of Zimbabwe's revolution. Thank you very much, Mkoma Rodney. It's a spiritual duty. What I would want is for every young person to take this responsibility. Let's not allow Mnangagwa to continue with what he's doing. And the biggest weapon Mnangagwa is using against us is the fear that is instilled in our people. People are afraid of Mnangagwa. They're afraid that they'll be shot and killed. And they're afraid that if they stand up, they'll be thrown in jail. Look what they've done with the Timber and the 77 people. They've thrown them into jail for no reason. And Zimbabweans are sitting there quietly, doing nothing. If you're in Harare now, ask yourself, why is Timber and all those guys in jail? Mnangagwa is cruel, and we should not allow that cruelty to go unpunished. We must make sure that that cruelty is punished. Saka, Anoti, Mnangagwa is this, Mnangagwa is that. You must understand, we could delay the moon, Asinaka even brain. Why would you put people in jail for 2 weeks or 3 weeks for no reason? What is the crime that those guys have committed? Those are the kind of things I'm talking about. And then come up saying, so what about your court? Zambia is not like Zimbabwe. Koma Absa. Zambia is a legal, a lawful, a law-abiding country. They don't just arrest someone for being a journalist. Like someone is saying, Gambakwe Zimbabwe, you'll be arrested. You guys won't arrest me if I come to Zimbabwe. I'm coming over there on the 17th. Because you don't know what is going to happen if you attempt to arrest me for no reason. And I'm sure that you understand what will happen when I arrive in Harare. Kucha pizza, kupisa, kupisa Something like that. That is what is going to happen with that day. So let's go on to, and by the way, normally when I talk, people think I'm joking, but I'm actually not joking. I'm not joking. Why so much? What is so scary about being arrested? So the problem is you allow one person to keep arresting everyone. How about it can be arrested? What will happen? Let's say we arrest him and he's arresting others, which means the next time when it's his turn and he keeps people in jail, right? How about we keep him in jail for a long, long time? That is the promise that we want to give those ones who just like arresting. Kuti, your turn is coming. Because until you're arresting and saying, Kuti, unwese achke kusungwa ndit. How about when your time comes? That is what you're promising, and that is what you are sowing, and that is the seed that is going to grow, and you're going to reap that arresting. Because right now you arrest everyone. If someone moves, you arrest. If someone talks, you arrest. If someone tries to sing, you arrest. How about we arrest you next time when your chance comes? Because everything is going to come to an end. So be ready to be arrested, you and your families and your kids, because you're arresting everyone. You're arresting the kids of other people. You're arresting the families of other people. You're keeping them in jail. So wait for your turn, because that turn is coming where you're going to get the arresting. So Mkoma Zianda, it's a promise. Even if something happens to me, let's make sure that these guys get what they're sowing. When the time comes, don't let these guys walk around in Harare, because they've been making it very difficult for everyone. So get ready to be arrested, guys. When your turn comes, remember Mnangagwa, when they were taken out, they were allowed to walk around. These ones, don't allow them to walk around. Arrest them and arrest their kids and arrest everyone around them. Take them out of the mansions, because that is what they know. They fear jail, and they don't like it. We fear jail. I don't fear jail, but they fear jail. They can't last, those guys, in a jail. So let it be known, Kuti, that is the solution. Arresting them is a solution. And then Mkoma Alad say, I've proof to show that Gambakwe. They say, oh, show us the proof. Here's the link up if you want to join. Mkoma Alad Chidodo. Mumbo join a proof. Kuti Gambakwe is a CIO, guy exposed. Evil CIO. I've sent the link. Mkoma Alad Chidodo. Muripo pindai mutipe proof kuti ma CIO arguita say. While we are dealing with that, let's go to our brothers on YouTube. I understand totally what you guys need to make money. Even my bishop, I understand what you need to make money. My bishop, Itai tuka Gambakwe, but Mari Aripo. What I can tell you is that, guys, where we are, the moment where we've entered, let's not go a day without reminding each other that we can't live like this. We cannot live like this. This is not a life. So let me just remove my mic so that independent Mkoma Onga Pinda they proof. You must hear. Mkoma Basama, please put on your camera. We will not allow you to talk without a camera. And I'm going to prove out Gambakwe say, oh, show us your face. Tuone kuti mnos gona ere. Aba Mkoma Tapapinda. Mkoma Basama. You are here now, but we won't allow you to talk without your face. Show us your face. I want people who like to show their face. And then I show my face every day. Show us your face. So while I'm letting him show his face, let us continue looking at the comments. Nikayese arrested. Yes, but I can tell you, Kuti, what we have now is a very important period. Jokes aside, because I say a lot of jokes here. Jokes aside, we're in a critical moment, and we cannot allow ourselves to have this leadership vacuum. We need true leaders. We need people who are going to step up, and we need a structure. So we need to start thinking about what structure we're going to come up with. And obviously, the transitional system needs to come up in place. We can't continue without a transitional system in our country. And then want to go for other comments. There is nothing else here. Right, so I think we're done for today. Let me recap. So ZANU PF has came out and said President Hakainde Hichilema and the Zambian government were involved in planning my arrest with ZANU PF. So they said there's a ZANU PF cell in Lusaka, which worked with the ruling party of Zambia and President Hakainde Hichilema to cause the arrest of Gambakwe. I can categorically state that they are lying. ZANU PF and President Hakainde Hichilema can never work together. President Hakainde Hichilema is a very principled person. He will never work with an evil party like ZANU to arrest me. And you saw kuti ndakabuda Zambia very nicely. Apana kana problem yakaitika. Kuri Zimbabwe unorohwa zvokuti be nevanhu veZANU masiya owe kuZimbabwe anatsika, and they will beat you up for no reason. All I can say to you is currently the government of Zimbabwe, the worst current government we've ever seen. We need to make sure that this government goes away. Mukoma Tabanismanda, what do you want me to read? Let's see what Mukoma Tabanismanda is saying. Let's go up. I'm not seeing your comment, Mukoma Tabani. You probably got taken out by Vakuru Venyika, YouTube. I'm not seeing it. You have to retype it because I can't see that comment. Again, all I'm seeing is the one that is just in here, which says, please read my comment. But I want to say I'm very excited. I'm very happy about where we're going. Let's not stop. But unfortunately, we can't make announcements before the end of this week. Because remember, SADC is coming. So what SADC is going to do is to decide on whether Zimbabwe is going to host or not. So right now, it's a waiting period. It's a period for us to just watch. And to watch Mnangagwa making a lot of mistakes and exposing himself. And eventually SADC is going to move this summit to virtual. Because if they put those presidents at Rainbow Towers, if there is a protest in Harare, all those presidents are going to be in danger right there at Rainbow Towers. And if a big protest happens, they won't be able to get out of that Rainbow Towers. There's no president who's going to stay at Rainbow Towers. And just because Mnangagwa has failed to finish the villas. So it's clear, let's wait these next 2 days. Tomorrow the SADC technical team is arriving in Zimbabwe. And let's see what they do. Maybe give them a day or two to make a decision. And then we'll take it from there. So I would like to thank all of you and all my people on different platforms. I'm really excited to be having you here with me. We have an amazing opportunity in front of us. Let's not stop. So we have started something big. Let's not stop. Let's continue with this thing that we're doing. Push Mnangagwa out. Mnangagwa must come out. He has already stepped down. Mnangagwa said he's going to step down. Don't allow Mnangagwa to change that position. Then Mkoma Modern Chat App is saying, what do you have to say about what Nyamakanga said about you today? I only have 2 things to say. Hallelujah. That's all I have to say to you guys. We are all one family. There is no one who is enjoying life in Zimbabwe. If you believe attacking Gambakwe is going to help the country, you are wrong. The only thing that is going to allow Zimbabwe to do well is a new, fresh leadership, strong systems, and the participation of young people. Young people participate in your country. Do not allow Mnangagwa to die for you every day. So it's terrible what Mnangagwa is doing. The Mnangagwa cabal is causing us all these problems. Why haven't they arrested Wikinwachivile? Those are the questions you should be asking. Ask strong, good questions. Why haven't they arrested Wikinwachivile? Why haven't they arrested Priscilla Chigumba? Why haven't they arrested Isaac Moyo? Those are the questions that you should be asking yourself. Even worse, let me show another person they haven't arrested. This person, I want to show you the picture. This is Pastor Tafmane Masai, right? Every day I show you this picture. Pastor Tafmane Masai was killed in Mabuku while handing out flyers, doing nothing but handing out flyers. He was killed while campaigning, and we know who killed him. The employees of Scott Sakupanya took him and murdered him at Cleveland Dam. His body was taken, was left lying there, taken to the police for a post-mortem, and it was found out that he's been killed through a blow to the head. We have told Commissioner General Matanga about this case. I've written him. We've even taken a court case to Parliament. We've even taken a Freedom of Information Act, which we filed in Parliament. And Commissioner Matanga has failed to investigate the murder of Pastor Tafmani Messiah. How hard is that to understand? These guys, they cannot continue like this. We need to push as young people, and we need to push with our last breath. Right, I think we've done it. The guy who was supposed to talk here is ran away. And guys, take away fear from your hearts. We are in the last moment. We need to work together to remove the Mnangagwa government and the guys who are making things so hard for us in our country. Mnangagwa is destroying our country. Mnangagwa Arku and Nzara. Right, so I thank you very much, all of you. And I'll be back here in the morning with the news. There's quite a lot that is happening. And I do not want to keep talking about people attacking Gambakwe. It's fine to attack me because obviously, because I sit here every day, I take a leadership role. I give you guys the inspiration. What is wrong is for a YouTuber to take Kafoni Kake and lie. So I do not accept lies. So if you're a YouTuber, you are well in your rights to make up a video about Gambakwe and analyze what I do. I can even invite you to talk here, but you can't lie about Gambakwe. You cannot do that because it's not allowed. It's actually illegal to lie about Gambakwe. Don't do it. And it's a bad way of rising your channel. You get views for a day, but then after that, it won't work. So you can't lie with Gambakwe stole money. That's lies. So that's not allowed. If you say Gambakwe got millions and you went to Zambia with millions, that's lies. You can't say that. You must say things that are true. Then that is fine. And I would like to thank everyone who's watching. I want you guys to go to sleep. It's quite late. So let's be here again tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. as we talk about the news. Good night to all the guys on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And